It is an exceptionally rare day.
It is the 3 days of fall that we get in Texas.
The Yeti of Texas. Everyone's looking for it, but no one ever actually finds it.
The chupacabra.
It's a chupacabra.
A sickly yellow.
It's a sickly yellow color. Oh my gosh, is one of the best smells. The smell of those dried leaves. We made houses out of leaves.
To my eye.
eye.
Different experience.
Wow, this is a cartoon in the making,
It
right?
is. Corn mazes. Pumpkin patches, actually.
Yes, we did real hayrides.
You know what? I think we could probably sled off the roof because Christmas is still magical. Turn that Christmas music off. I don't want to hear another jingle bell.
Oh my gosh. Homemade applesauce. And I think they're overrated.
You don't want to put that out there.
Oh my gosh.
Rum chata is our new pumpkin spice.
Ciao, ciao.
All right, see ya. That piece of cotton just flew right into our house.
Oh.
Like a cottonwood tree piece of cotton.
It's all right.
Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, and keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
No
All
check
right.
checks?
We don't have to check because we're doing it
right.
outside. We're on location.
Yep.
Again, from our backyard.
At some point, our viewers will see every angle of our backyard.
That's right. That's right. This is another angle of it, but we're in it because it is the 3 days of fall that we get in Texas.
It is an exceptionally rare day
Yes.
where you're high 60s, low 70s, no humidity, no wind,
No bugs.
no bugs. This is,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever, the Yeti of Texas. Everyone's looking for it, but no one
Yeah.
ever actually finds it.
The chupacabra.
It's a chupacabra.
The Texas Tasmania. I don't know. There's a Texas something. Is it the chupacabra? I think it's the chupacabra.
The chupacabra.
I said it right the first two times.
Yeah.
Then it really.
It's a
That's
tough
what
word. Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. I got that
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fall. I mean, I've said it a couple times on this. My favorite season of the year by far.
By far.
Summer's great. Winter can be fantastic with the holidays and the feel and all that kind of stuff. Spring, new beginnings,
Yeah.
the first flowers and tree buds, all great. But hands down for me,
I'm with you. I'm totally with
fall. Fall guy all the way.
you. I know.
I don't know why that is, but we both come from places that had fall.
Right.
A real, true fall, I think. How's Minnesota's?
It's just earlier. I mean, it's a shorter season because it gets cold. It's the opposite of Texas, where it just stays hot here so long. There, it can get cold really quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have a great fall. Sometimes you're like, oh wow, it's now snowing and it's October.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I mean, there's enough people around the United States, I'm sure around the world too, I don't actually know, but I'm guessing. But around the United States for sure, I was one of the ones blessed that where I grew up in Colorado, the leaves changed. The coming of fall, the perfect timing, all the leaves. We had the aspens, primarily the aspens in Colorado. Here you have some oaks that do it. And
Yeah.
I don't know what else. There are some seasonal leaf changes here, not as many, but I know on the East Coast, sometimes I went on a drive, happenstance on a work trip years and years ago through Virginia, just rolling hills. And I took pictures probably at some point, might have been before iPhones, maybe at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know where that picture
I don't know where the
exists.
picture, but I remember you sending it to me.
I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Because just the oranges and the yellows and the reds, just rolling hills and patches. And that's how it was in Colorado. We would go for drives in the mountains and just see the aspen trees at the time. I mean, I'm sure at some point, because aspens actually, they got a disease at some point in Colorado, and large acres of them died off.
Really?
Or got burned off and whatnot. And if I'm speaking out of turn here, I remember that to some degree, being an issue later in life.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was the case back then or whatnot, but I just remember we would go and there would just be mountainsides of gold and red.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And in Minnesota, where I grew up, and even down into Chicago and stuff, you do have the changing of the leaves, and it's the reds and the oranges and the yellow. I mean,
Yeah.
It is gorgeous because they have so many maples and oaks up
Yeah,
there that
yeah.
those are the ones that turn more into the reds.
Yeah.
Obviously no aspen, but
There's like a red oak just down the street from us here that does it, and they go
Yeah.
like blood red. When the sun's coming
Yeah.
through that tree, it's incredible.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
It is. And ours kind of go from green to brown and then fall off. You know, and you're like,
yeah.
but
There is kind of a deathly yellow, a sickly yellow.
it's a sickly yellow
that the
color up
green's
there.
turning
Yeah.
into before they fall off into our pool.
Exactly. And then we spend hours skimming them out of the pool. It's fantastic.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, at least up there, it's, you know, the reds. And I mean, oh my gosh, is one of the best smells the smell of those dried leaves. And like when you're jumping in leaves as a kid, like we would build piles as tall as us.
Boys, walk through. Walking slowly doesn't do anything. That's funny. Our kids don't see us do the podcast very
No.
often, so we had two of them walking up there doing this just off camera over here, just like this slow, like,
They're like, what do I do?
you know, eyebrows up, and it's like, well, there's one door over there, one door over there. There's doors everywhere you could go, but they want to walk like slow as molasses, like right behind, like tiptoeing, like looking at us.
I know. Well,
at
we
some
do have
point,
a big
I'm
wide
like-
open door.
Just walk through.
Anyway.
But you were saying, we were talking about the trees. The trees, the color changes are like the curtain to fall, though.
Yes.
Right? Fall
Yes.
just, there's more to it than the colors. Like, I
Yeah.
loved that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to gloss over what you just said. I never jumped in leaves.
Oh my gosh, really?
We never had leaves. Leaves didn't fall like that in Colorado.
Okay.
Because we
okay.
had, I mean, outside of aspen, which I think they did lose their leaves, but not like oaks do or
Well, they're
maples.
smaller leaves,
Way
right?
smaller. They shed them, but they never pile up. In Illinois, that's a thing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The amount of leaves that fall
It
and
is-
have to get swept to the streets. And
Oh yeah. I mean, we would get piles that were 8-10 feet kind of long.
Yeah.
And they would be 4 feet high. I mean, easily. And you
Yeah.
would just jump in them. You're like, I don't even know that I'm gonna find the bottom. I mean, you could easily completely bury yourself in leaves. We
Yeah.
made houses out of leaves. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't really stack them, but you know what I mean? Like in your imagination as a child, like
yeah.
over here in the pile is my bedroom and the kitchen's gonna be over there, and you like make these homes out of the leaves. And oh my gosh, we would jump in leaves for hours, and then, you know, the parents would rake them back up again. Usually they'd leave the rake nearby so you could rake them up again
Yeah,
into
just
a
a little
really
hint,
big
yeah.
into a really big pile. Oh my gosh, but that smell of the leaves it just takes me back instantly to childhood.
That's interesting. I don't have that memory because that's a I think that is a true Midwest thing.
Yeah.
You know, where you have these big trees that do it. And we get a lot of leaves down here. We can get big piles here, but
Mm-hmm.
not like there. I remember going back, and when we lived in downtown Chicago, like near Wrigleyville,
Yep,
we lived in an apartment, so we didn't have trees.
correct.
Or a townhouse, or whatever it was, condo. And then we moved out to the suburbs,
Yep.
but those suburbs were cornfields turned into suburbs.
Suburbs, yeah,
And
exactly.
so
Homes.
we were taller than most of the trees when we first moved in,
I
right? So those
know.
trees didn't really but I remember going into like Naperville or the next ones down in where they had these big mature trees and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they had those piles, but everybody like raked them out to the street,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a truck specifically designed to come get the leaves came through. It had a huge tube that sucked the leaves in. And I'm
didn't
guessing
even
it
remember
chopped
that.
them up and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm
I
sure.
mean, that might be different than when you grew up, but I saw that and I was like, wow, that's a totally different experience than what Colorado had. We had pine trees. Pine trees
Right.
didn't do that.
No.
They're
no,
evergreens,
They're
right?
evergreens,
So-
right? And jumping in a pile of pine needles doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah. It's in my eye.
It's in my eye.
Different experience.
Totally. You come out looking like a porcupine. Like,
We didn't have that.
this is a cartoon in the making,
It
right?
is. But it's the crispness of the air, right?
Yeah.
Like when you go back to Colorado, maybe even Minnesota for you, I don't know, but in Colorado, the coolness in the air
Yeah.
coming from the mountains, because the way where we lived, the winds always came over the mountains, and it just blew that mountain breeze down into where we lived, everybody on the Front Range. And that in and of itself was magical, those cool nights, because
Oh, yeah.
it would be a beautiful day like today, 70, 80s, you're in shorts, But at night, you'd put on, I mean, like, this is it. Like, we're
Right.
jonesing for it,
We're
right?
clearly jonesing for it.
We're in long sleeve t-shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because these days, well, they don't happen here. And I wouldn't say that we had that crispness in Minnesota. It's really pretty humid there, but there is something about that changing of the season where all of a sudden you're like, oh, the sun goes down and it gets cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, it's a different temperature than it was during the day. And
Yeah.
I would say that is unique probably to the Front Range of like just, because even in the middle of summer, it does that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and I don't know if there's other people that are Coloradans on here or whatnot, but you know, there's some things. I saw a reel before reels were a thing. I think I showed it to you. We were living in Colorado.
Yeah.
You know, it was like all these like stereotypical Colorado things like people from the Front Range or from Colorado do. You know, like Denver, Colorado Springs area.
Yeah.
Maybe down to Pueblo to Fort Collins, but they were all just right on. I mean, hit the nail on the head, like taking all that pride in like wearing shorts in a like a 3/4 zip, you know,
Oh, yeah.
or like this, like a little hoodie, like long sleeve t-shirt.
Yeah.
With shorts though.
With shorts.
Because that's totally appropriate, you know.
Completely. Like,
That's exactly what you're supposed to wear in Colorado. You know, probably at the time there may be some Tevas or some Birkenstocks, but
Burke's made a comeback.
yeah, we've got multiple Birks in the house. You don't have Birks, the kids do.
The kids do.
We don't have them.
No. They would make mine look like Shrek feet. It's a bad look. It's fine.
Yeah, short and fat.
Yeah.
Short and wide. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then you know the other part for me, obviously for our kids even, like it's ushering in the holidays,
Yes.
the greatest 3 months of the year.
Yes.
And I know our kids are really stretching it this year.
Oh
We talked
my
about
gosh.
it briefly, but
Yeah. So this week we were making Halloween cookies. So we've actually extended, you know, the Christmas, everyone does Christmas cookies. Well, maybe not everyone, but Christmas cookies, right? And we do the cutouts. with
Sugar
the
cookies,
sugar
cutouts,
crust,
yeah,
and you
frosting.
cut them out and frosting, all of that. Well, we extended it, I don't even remember how many years ago, 5, 8 years ago, to include Halloween cookies, right? Because we have Halloween cookie cutters. So the exact same thing as Christmas, just different cutouts. And so we're like, we should turn on Halloween music. And not joking, our oldest kept playing like Christmas music. Every single time it was like all of a sudden a Christmas song would come on. And you're like, we don't need O Come Emmanuel right now. Like,
that's the one, yeah.
It is October. Emmanuel will come in December.
Well, I heard a couple of like, it's beginning to look a lot. Like, no, it's not. It
not.
actually isn't, for the record.
Yeah, we still have green leaves. Again,
Yeah.
the sickish green.
I'm starting to get the sickly up there.
Yeah.
It's funny because maybe I'm too hard of a dad, which may or may not. The jury's out on that one still. But I do have kind of a soft rule that we don't listen to Christmas music
Right.
until after Thanksgiving.
Right.
And I think that's probably 80 to 90% of the U.S.
I
That's
think
the
so.
rule, right? And the reason for me, there's a real reason. It's not because I'm trying to be Scrooge.
Right.
It's because it's special music.
Yes.
And if you listen to it all year long, it loses the magicalness, because Christmas is still magical.
100%.
Whether you're first grade or you're coming in your, fifth decade of it,
Right.
right?
It is still so magical.
Yeah, and that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why you put up all the decorations. You build something that's magical.
Yep.
That magic is you have to make it,
Right.
right? And if you dilute it, it's not as magical.
I totally agree.
And so that's why you should tell them, I think, like, hey guys, we don't listen to music. Like, we're just letting them do it.
I know. Well, they don't they'll play it and then I'm like, stop the music or whatever. If they're listening to it in the showers, like I don't stop that because I'm like,
Yeah, no, you should. Just march up there, just banging on the doors.
Yeah, no thanks. Like,
Turn that Christmas music
it's like,
off.
No.
I don't want to hear another jingle bell. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, our youngest was belting out like some Kelly Clarkson song the other day. It was so funny. I mean, it really is fantastic. I get a lot of just laughter out of it.
Yeah.
But you're right, you don't want to skip over like the fun that fall is. And even Thanksgiving, our family loves Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm hearing more and more over the last couple of weeks how excited the kids are for Thanksgiving. And you're like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's awesome. You know?
Yeah. Well,
But
it's a week off of school, A.
True.
B,
True.
it's been thrown off the last couple of years. We were in a pretty good tradition of going to Minnesota, back to your parents' house, doing that. That's just been thrown off with life getting busier with our kids.
Right.
It has nothing to do with want to go back there or not to go
Right.
back there. But I mean, this Thanksgiving, for instance, we're in a whole other state the weekend before Thanksgiving for soccer.
Yeah.
And not that we can't not potentially make that trip back there, but we may have soccer practices back here the week of Thanksgiving. It gets to the point where it's the kids' schedule, which
Yes.
everybody knows at this point in life, run your life.
Yes.
Like, Outlook, you probably have more kid stuff on your Outlook than you do work stuff on your Outlook. And you have a very busy 9 to 5 Outlook.
Right.
Well, 8 to 5, 8, sometimes 7:30 to 6.
Right.
But the kids' schedules are crazy, so
Yeah.
because of that, it's like, well, with all the craziness that we have, to make it out there for 48 hours to eat turkey with you guys, I'd rather just FaceTime and say, hey, love you, hope your turkey was good.
Right, because it's hard. And I mean, we'll be in like a 6-week time frame. I think we're on how many different flights? 6 different flights or something like that, or 4 or 5?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I just kind of want to be home. I love my...
It's like we were talking about with San Diego just last week. I want to be home. And right now, some of those are split up.
Oh, yeah.
And that makes it even tougher.
Yeah, and we were talking about that this morning, about just how, as a parent, it's really hard. We're at the ages where we need to split up. We can't all go because every child has their own thing going on. And so it doesn't make sense for us all to go to San Diego or all to go to Colorado. But what that means is that one of us has to miss something in the other kids' lives that they're not with.
Yeah.
And there's a feeling of, at least for me, I don't know if it's inadequacy or just, I don't usually have FOMO, fear of missing out, but I do in that case. I do when it comes to the kids and big things like Halloween. We will be split up for Halloween. Mm-hmm. And that's never really been the case. It's always like I've been involved to some degree in the whole thing.
It's like death by a million cuts for that, right?
Yeah.
To some degree, it's just, as the kids get older, little by little, Halloween, it's like, kids are here, we're doing pre-Halloween stuff here, and then one year it's like, oh, maybe one of the kids wants to go to their kids to do pre-Halloween, or they stayed here, and then, but maybe they're gonna trick-or-treat with some friends in the other neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it's like little like that. Last year, our daughter, we didn't see her. She didn't even carve pumpkins with us.
Right.
Because she was at a party, and pumpkin carving, there was literally, the only time we could do it was the night of Halloween.
Yes.
There was no other time to do it.
None.
And have them still be right. I mean, because you can't carve a pumpkin 7 days earlier. It won't last. If somebody knows that, sure, send me
if there is some type of treatment you can put on the pumpkin that once you carve it, it keeps it nice for multiple days, great. I'd love to hear this.
But we don't know it.
Hack.
And so, it's like you just kind of expose yourself to this lack of the full family,
Yeah.
until eventually, sadly, they're gone the whole time. And they're in the same city, but it's like we talked about. It's like we're being subbed out slowly but surely for their friends to be subbed in, which is normal and natural, and it's okay, and it's good to see that. But it's hard, and this one isn't that, is why it's even harder, right? It's because extracurricular activities are making us make a choice between, like, well, do we split the family? Do we leave one behind? And those are hard decisions to make.
Yeah.
Especially when you do it so much, there's an economic consideration there as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're balancing the economics of it, but then also, like, I can't have this kid miss what's important to them to go just to be with the other kid because it's important to the other kid, and so it's that balance, and I don't know if we strike it perfectly all the time, but
So the one thing on Thanksgiving, then, just back to that one, I do feel bad, though, is the kids are at the age that they've had some interaction with cousins.
Yeah.
And I know there are people that have really strong cousin connections. You
One
grew
of
up
them,
that
yeah.
way. I didn't necessarily grow up that way because I was a male amongst almost all female cousins.
Right.
And I was either 5 years at very least or older, or 10 years or 8 years younger than all of them. So I was just I was an island by myself.
Yeah.
For the most part. There's one other boy, cousin Brian, who was, I think he was 10 years younger than me or 9 years younger than me, but significantly so.
Yeah.
I was 17, he would have been 8.
Right,
You know
right.
what I
You're
mean?
like,
so it's not like,
we're not hanging
hey,
out.
buddy, let's
yeah.
go, you know. Anyways, so I never really had that connection there, but our kids are getting that connection as hard as it is.
Yeah.
Because we don't live anywhere near any cousins.
No, we're a plane ride away.
Yeah, and,
I mean-
but you grew up near enough, a drive
drive.
enough, and the family got together a lot when you
Yeah.
were younger, I think.
I mean, every 4th of July, and then every New Year's really was when we did Christmas with my dad's family, because there were so many kids in my dad's family that they just made the decision to say, hey, you go with your other side of the family over Christmas, or do what you do for Christmas, and then we'll get together like the week after and we'll pretend that New Year's is our Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's what we did all growing up. And I mean, I went to college with my cousins. I mean, it was, our best friends were our cousins, even though they lived a state away.
Yeah.
Like, I tell this story to kind of paint the picture for people. When my older brother's best friend from high school got married, my aunt and uncle and cousins who lived a state away were invited to his wedding. Like, that's how close we were. That's how ingrained we were in each other's lives.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And so it's super cool to see that with our kids and how their friendships and their connections with their cousins are. But it's hard because, again, we're a plane ride away. We could drive it, but it would be, 12, 13 hours, something like that. I mean...
Well, I think higher than that, but...
Yeah, I was like... Anyway, so... But it's hard, and we're just trying to balance it all.
Yeah, I think that's the toughest part, because they want to see their cousins, and it's like, well, I mean, it's tough to find. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's tough to find that time.
It is.
And I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Even take them out of soccer. We still don't. I mean, there's still so many school activities and all that other kind of stuff that it's still tough to find that time.
Yeah.
But soccer would help. I mean, then, for like Thanksgiving, for instance, we wouldn't be traveling the weekend before and after, and then suggesting taking 48 hours to go there too.
Exactly.
Where it's like, let's just be at our home base.
Right.
Everybody's welcome here.
It's absolutely right.
In fact, our oldest has suggested that.
Yeah.
It's like, you could throw it out there. I don't know if that'll be received.
I don't know how that would be received, but that might be, yeah. And part of it too, we're both homebodies. I mean, I think I don't want to speak for you. I love to travel. I think it's super fun and exciting, but if I am gone too much, I still need, as extroverted as I am, I still need to come back to my home base to feel centered and,
Yeah.
And so having that time, like a staycation, a good long weekend of a staycation, oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel restored after it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Staycations once you discover staycations, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
And we built our house for that reason. Honestly, that was one of the things we were maybe.
It's true.
We built our house for that reason, that we have everything here that we would want. We built it to be here, to enjoy it, for the kids to enjoy it, for the kids to have friends over to enjoy it, to have people over to enjoy it.
Yep.
And we often joke, I mean, we're blessed because of it, but because we were able to build the house the way we wanted to. But there is no hotel, and we've been to some nice resorts around the world. And there's short of maybe Bora Bora, where we over the water, and that's, you're looking out the window at those crystal blue waters, but I'm looking at crystal blue water right here.
Right.
Not outside of Fiji, but or the waters of Bora Bora, but none of them are. I mean, like, we're trading down from our own master bathroom, you know.
Well, when we were designing, and I should say you, I say we, the royal we, meaning it's all him.
You signed off on it.
I signed off on it.
I'm sure we threw things back and forth.
But I mean, you would actually pull up. I mean, we looked at our pictures of the overwater bungalow that we stayed in Bora Bora and tried to pull in pieces that we could of those things and of these fancy hotels and fancy homes to build this one. So, I mean, it really was like a compilation of what we liked the most.
It was. That's why we went with the spa feel out there. That's why there's a master courtyard off of that. I mean, if you've ever been to the house, you've seen it, but I mean, it's hard for us to go somewhere. That's why the staycation is fantastic for us, and why we do like to come direct to our house, because it's so comfortable, and we're blessed to have that.
Yes.
But it's really difficult to go somewhere that, you know, it's the ocean, or, you know, there's something else.
Yeah.
Because there's no amenities, you know, that I think you get to a certain point that it's tough to buy more amenities.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree.
That are going to up your level of comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So then it's the experience outside of those amenities.
That's exactly right. That's
Right.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we were in Rome, right? Like that's probably a perfect example. The amenities, not quite what we have here, but the experience of where we were at was.
Yeah, and that was cool because we were experiencing what living in like an apartment in Rome would be like.
Yeah.
You know, and now I wouldn't want to do that for longer than the, you know, time we were there, but that was cool to see.
Right.
You know, but again, I appreciate where we live.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know, even though we weren't a 2-minute walk from the Coliseum, or
Yeah.
a 5-minute walk, whatever we were.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But all that to say is like that coming back to home is centering, and we aren't home very often.
Right.
And I mean, even Monday through Friday, outside of a Friday night, we are, or outside of working hours, I should say. So we both work from home, but outside of working hours, like, we're not home.
Yeah. Well, even when we're in working hours, I mean, you got your office, which is almost right behind us, and then my
Yep.
office in the front of the house. We're in the office the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people are under any, I don't think nobody's ever talked about it, obviously, but, you know, don't ever be under the impression that it's like, oh, we're just hanging out in the kitchen with each other. Oh, we have lunch together every day with each other.
Yeah.
Never.
No, I mean, you can count on the one hand the number
Probably
of times we've
one
done
hand the number of
the
times
times
we've
we've
had
done that, where it's like,
in
oh,
2 years.
hey, you're out here about the same time I am. You
And one
wanna
of
eat
those times
together?
we went out to eat, I know.
I know. Yeah. So it doesn't happen very often, but
Yeah.
it just reinforces, like, then when we do have that moment to be home, it's really good to have it.
Yeah, just watching our dog just nonchalantly. So I was going to bring up one of the things, you know, you have these things that you buy or you build for like convenience or for luxury and whatnot. And at this house, we've got these big sliding doors that open up the family room to the outdoor area where we're at right here. And our pool is just over to this way to the rest of the backyard. And you have these big sliding doors that open up, you know, bring the outside inside out. And today's like the first day in like 2 years since we've lived here that
Since we've lived here.
we've had them all the way open and kind of left them open for a little while.
Right.
Which is so goofy because we got another one on those over there that we could do the same with, and we never do those things.
We don't.
It is crazy to me how many things we have in our lives and people have in their lives, like, oh, I'm gonna use this. This is like luxury type things, like, or extra just luxuries, you know what
Extra luxuries that you end up never using.
I mean? Never use.
Like, it'd be so nice to have blah, blah, blah. And then you spend money on it and you're like, I never use blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I never use blah, blah, because it's a little bit extra. Or this, like, just opening this up is nice, but the reason we can do it today is because there's no wind and there's no bugs. We were talking about it earlier.
Right.
Because generally, especially this time of year, I see all these leaves on the ground. We open this up, whoosh, right into the house.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're like, wait a minute, we can't do that.
Yeah,
But-
and I am too much of a clean freak to even closely,
Oh, I know.
that makes me a little itchy just thinking about it.
Right. But it's funny because in Texas, like, you don't open windows here. I grew up in an environment, like, windows were always open. I mean, not always, like, middle of winter, no, but like most of the non-winter days, like, you have a window or two open, or you have the sliding glass door, your front door's open, you have the sliding glass door on it, and you're just getting that breeze. We don't ever do that in Texas. It's
Yeah.
too hot or too cold. There's not those in-between days. It's always too hot or too cold.
And I don't know if it was our age or where I grew up, but we didn't even have AC or anything like that. So the house was always, a screen door at
Yeah.
the very least was always open.
Yeah.
The screen door to the front door, we had a screen door in the front door, so the front door would be open to that. And then
Yeah.
usually the back sliding door would have a screen door on it too.
Screen
So
door
I mean,
on
like-
that, yeah.
Or you'd have the swamp cooler.
Yeah?
I don't know if it's a swamp
I've never
cooler.
heard that before, but okay.
But it's just the attic fan, you know, where you click on and it's a big fan in the attic that just draws air into the house.
It's like a Colorado thing.
It must be a Colorado thing to cool the house because we didn't have
Yeah.
air conditioning was not a thing when I grew up.
Yeah. And I think it was where you grew up.
Probably could
Because
be.
it is not humid
I think
there.
they have it now, maybe. Maybe people have it. I have to call people there and see if you have
Yeah.
air conditioning at their house in Colorado now. But right, there's no humidity there. It's very dry.
Right. And I think that is a part of just, I know, we have a little puppy who wants to come up. She usually likes to sit on our lap, so she'll make an appearance. I think that's part of where you grew up. There's not humidity there, so you don't need the air conditioning to take that out. Whereas in Minnesota, even though it may not get as hot, it definitely is so humid.
That piece of cotton just flew right into our house, like a cottonwood tree piece of cotton.
Yeah, it's all right.
Right into it.
As long as it's not a bug.
And then the last thing, for me at least, with fall was sports, like fall sports, right?
Yeah.
Whether you play them or you don't.
I totally agree. That
They're the
football,
best.
Yeah.
I mean, football starts, basketball starts, and that was basketball season for me, right? So indoors, I mean, just starting to come in, walking out of a basketball practice with wet hair, whether a shower or sweat, and it's just like getting cold and freezing, and you're in your sweatsuit, with your bag, breath coming out. You can see the breath coming out of your mouth. I mean, like that to me, those are just some of the best days of my life.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that aside, because that was basketball was so important to me back then. It was everything to me. It was identity. It was my psychiatrist. It was everything to me. But that aside, football.
Yeah.
Season. I mean, come on. You don't have to be a football fan to be like, football season is pretty awesome.
It really is. And I love to even just have football on in the background. I'm not someone who likes a TV on or music playing. Like I do like quiet because there's just always noise, I feel like. So the few moments that I get where it's quiet, like turn off the TV if no one's watching it, stop the music if no one's listening. But football, I can have on all day. Like to me, it was on all the time on the weekends when I was a kid. And so to me, it takes me back to those days of, I didn't really watch it when I was a kid, but I had brothers, so they played it. Oh my gosh, I could just have football on all day. It doesn't even matter if I like the teams. It could be my 2 least favorite teams, and I'll still have it on.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. It's just like the quintessential, I don't drink beer, but it's like beer and chips and just hanging out type things, it's like, I don't know, there's just something so, I don't want to even say American about it, but there's just something so good old fashioned, almost sentimental, almost nostalgic about just an afternoon sitting around with friends, watching football, eating snacks and drinking your drink of choice. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't get to do it all the time, but when you can, it's fantastic.
Agreed.
We're sitting here today right now we had the rest of the day off, but we had some cancellations of soccer this morning, so.
Yeah.
A nice easy day, but halftime, probably last Sunday, I was in San Diego.
Yeah.
And you may even had a game that day too, I don't know, but.
Yeah, no, but what we were doing is we were decorating, we finished putting up the decorations, and usually that's our day to kind of catch up, but it was, there's so many good things.
There's just so many good things about fall. I mean, I know we didn't really have any traditions. When I was younger, we went to the mountains and looked at we just do a drive through the mountains. Which was always a fun time. I love the mountains. It was funny when your parents were here 2 weeks ago. I don't know that they remembered that. I know they know I'm from Colorado, but I don't think they remembered. I grew up. I lived in Colorado for 33, 35 years total.
Yeah.
I don't think they remembered he is a Colorado boy. I consider myself a Colorado boy.
Yeah.
I was there for 30 years really before I moved away full time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We were back and forth a couple times on it. You know what I mean? But it's that is in me. I know they have some kids there now that they have lived there for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Your brothers, but it's funny because it was oh my gosh, I don't know that they consider me a Colorado boy as much as they consider them a Colorado boy. But I lived there.
That was my
I grew up there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
30 years is a long time.
I camped and did all the Colorado stuff. Mm-hmm. I grew up there.
Yeah.
But my point to that was, we didn't really have, going into the mountains was just magical. It was spiritual for people that grew up there, and people that love to vacation there, they get it too, because you guys vacation there, and that's partially why I'm sure your brothers relocated there. It's incredible. Your sister lives in another mountainous area that, how could you blame her? It's gorgeous there.
Gorgeous.
Very similar.
Yeah.
But did you guys have traditions for fall? You guys would make applesauce and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, because we would always go apple picking.
Yeah, don't have that in Colorado.
We don't have that, no. And so you would go and you would just get bushels on bushels of of apples, and sure, we would make homemade applesauce.
Are they red apples?
Red.
Okay. Certain type?
Macintosh usually.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Homemade applesauce, it's one of the best things ever. I mean, I could almost eat myself sick on my mom and my grandma's homemade applesauce.
It is good.
It is so good. But yeah, we would make that. Apple butter, I don't think most people even know what apple butter is.
I'd never heard of it.
No, it sounds weird. There's no butter in it, just for the record. Like, for those watching that are like, I've never heard of this. I think it's called that because it's actually like a jam or whatever that, it's more of like a saucy jam kind of a thing that you put on instead of butter. But I mean, it's
But it's like
apples
jelly. It's like a more liquid jelly made out of apple.
It's apple and
calling
clove.
it apple
and
butter is weird.
It is an odd name. I don't know. Maybe a Midwest thing? Who knows? But yeah, it's like apples and cloves and cinnamon, and I mean, it's really good on toast. But we made those.
Yeah.
And I mean, my mom would always have fresh apples. I remember going out to the garage, because that's where you keep them, because it could stay kind of cool.
Yeah.
And just getting a fresh apple. Oh my gosh, a freshly picked apple is so good.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever really had one. Even when we lived in Illinois, we did get to do some of the more Midwestern type traditions there when our kids were younger. Corn mazes.
Yeah.
Right? They had pumpkin patches, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, we had kind of some pumpkin patches in Colorado, but nothing like real. I don't think that's the right climate to grow pumpkins in. But in Midwest, there's a lot of pumpkins out there.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
That was
right?
fun.
Going to an actual pumpkin patch and picking pumpkins and the corn mazes. And now they do those big like festivals, not in festivals, but like it's a whole thing.
Carnival type, yeah.
You got to buy
it's
a ticket to get into it. It's almost too much.
Exactly, and you're like, what? I kind of want a pumpkin.
Yeah, if I have to have a parking ticket to go do it, I'm not gonna.
No. This truly was in the middle of the field, and they would take you out on like a hay, like you'd sit on hay bales, and they'd take you out on a tractor.
Yeah.
Carrying a trailer.
It was a hay ride, something you guys did? Was that like a thing?
Yeah, that was totally a thing.
So you did real hay rides?
We did
like
real
high
hay
schools
rides.
always do like the fake ones and stuff.
Yeah, no. We did real hay rides.
Too funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I mean, you had to actually go out into the orchard.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, picking apples. I mean, we'd almost eat ourselves sick on apples, like while we were picking them. Because you can just eat them while you're picking them. It's like, that one's not good, I'll get another one.
Yeah.
It's fun. We always look forward to apple picking day.
So no other?
That was I mean, we would do cutouts, like cutout cookies and and carved pumpkins, all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Obviously, we carved pumpkins.
Yeah. When was your first snow in Minneapolis usually?
Usually it was in November, but we did have the Halloween blizzard when I was I can't remember if it was 7th or 8th grade. And oh my gosh,
How much snow?
I think we had like 36 inches overnight, and then it continued to snow we were snowed in for days.
Did you trick or treat that night?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I took
fun.
my sister, because she's 8 years younger than I am. So I was in 7th or 8th grade, I can't remember which, but she's kindergarten. And so yeah, she needed to go out, and I dressed as a witch, and I took her out, and she actually slipped and fell. I remember feeling so bad, but it was just a warm, wet snow. It was so fun.
It was just coming down though?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Accumulating,
Yeah. And actually, my older brother, one of his good friends, his mom was on a work trip, and she was a single mom. She couldn't get back in for like 5 days. He stayed with us for 5 days. School was canceled most of the week. 5
days?
Yeah.
Holy
it
cow.
was because then it continued to snow. I mean, you couldn't even see, this being in Colorado, like when you can't see out of the windows because drifts are so big.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah. Big snow drifts. Those are some of the best memories of winter, right?
Yeah.
When you got the huge snowfalls.
Yeah.
And those drifts would be like over a fence.
Yeah.
Halfway up a house. I was just telling your parents when they were here, one of the biggest snowfalls I remember was when we slid off the roof because it was so high.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine high enough to be like, I think we could probably sled off the roof.
No, I can't.
Not at this house, but at a normal house.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But those snowfalls were so fun. The older I got, I felt like it was always the first snow of the year was on Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, it was always cold. Maybe there was a couple nice ones, but it was cold. A couple times we lived in Colorado with our children.
Yes.
I mean, they had they had all their big puffer jackets under their costumes.
Yeah. That's how it was, though. It was always cold on Halloween.
Yeah, I've got these little sweater.
Oh, thank you. It was always cold on Halloween, so we'd always have to have our costumes big enough that we could have a snowsuit on underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my dad would always take us out with our neighbor because she was one of my good friends growing up, and we'd go trick-or-treating, and both dads would, walk. They'd stand in the street. They had a beer in each pocket.
So they did that.
Oh, 100%.
So that's the thing, because that's what I was just thinking about. Like, we kind of do the drinking thing, too, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
They would each, so my dad and our good friend John Hudson, they would walk out and they had a beer in each pocket and they'd take us around all the neighborhoods. Oh man, I remember coming home just bitterly cold some nights from trick-or-treating, but man, it was fun.
I thought you were going to say coming home and they were just blasted.
I don't think 2 beers would get a full-grown man blasted, but
And the cooler they were pulling behind them, but 2 in the pockets for quick access.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they were it was too cold to take a cooler. They might freeze.
I don't. It's so funny because here it's cool,
Sometimes.
but plenty nice enough still to like bundle up just slightly and have but everybody here is like golf carts and whatnot, or just walking around, but all the parents are drinking. In fact, they're handing out shots at some houses and stuff.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know that I need a shot, but having a nice little, sipper on the way, that's not bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our oldest drives the golf cart now. I just kind of get out here and there.
I know. We refill every now and again. Oh,
Did your parents ever dress up?
No. My mom never went. I don't ever, well, maybe she did, and I just don't remember. It was my dad who would take us, but my mom stayed home and handed out candy.
Yeah, I don't remember my parents dressing up either, but we've dressed up a couple times.
Yeah?
Because we've gone to a couple parties and then maybe went out afterwards. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I dressed up once 2 or 3 years ago was the last time I dressed up,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And then,
oh gosh.
and I felt a little like, I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is because not a lot of parents are dressed up, and I don't know. I think you did like an easy shirt.
I did an easy shirt, but you were pretty easy because you had like a Top Gun jacket on.
Yeah, but I had jeans, I had a t-shirt
yeah.
on it, but I mean, it felt like too much.
Yeah.
It was just, you're right, it was really just the Top Gun jacket.
Right. Like otherwise you were wearing your regular clothes.
Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe it was because I was wearing boots that I'd never wear.
Oh, that was probably it.
And I just felt very awkward, like I was trying to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we don't dress up very often anymore. We've done a couple fun ones here or there, but not.
My favorite that you did, I mean, again, you've dressed up just a handful of times, but the clown walking on its hands.
The blow up.
The blow up of the
Hilarious.
clown.
I gotta pull that one out again.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I mean, everywhere we went, they're like, oh my gosh, look at that.
I took pictures with people constantly.
Yeah, I know, people are like, can we get your picture?
Yeah, it's a blow up. You know how they have like those blow up like Tyrannosaurus Rexes that people are in. This one's a blow up clown, but it's a clown that's upside down. That's literally standing. It looks like he's standing on his hand. It looks like he's doing a handstand when I'm walking because my feet are in his hands. So it looks like he's walking in a handstand, and it's really good. And so like if I stood on like one arm or one leg and kind of leaned to the side, it would look like he's standing on one hand, like balancing.
So funny.
And people loved it.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny. You got really hot in there though, right?
Yeah, because I was drinking a sipper in there most of the night. There was a couple times I spilled it, but I got really hot in there.
Yeah. I think I started handing you like waters through the slit every now and again because you're like, yeah, I'm dying.
It did get really hot in there because that was one of our nicer Halloweens.
It was pretty warm that one.
So, well, we do have Halloween coming up 2 weeks. We'll maybe talk more about that in next week or something like that because it'll be 1 week away at that point.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it in Colorado this year for most of the family.
Yep. I mean, you gotta, right?
Because we have soccer the next day.
Yep. So we'll have to get an
Find
early
us
start.
in October 31st for soccer games on November 1st. I know I talked about that last week, but.
I know. Anyway.
Well, what do you got coming up this week? Anything good?
No, not really. I think we're just back at it. The kids had this week off for fall break, and so next week it's back to the regular grind.
Yeah. I feel like you've been grinding hard at work lately. Is any light at the end of that tunnel? I feel like you've been just going really hard lately.
Yeah, it's been really busy, and I wish I could say, yeah, I do, but this is kind of a busy time of year.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much from here till February or early March that's, kind of the tough time of year. So
Yeah.
just is what it is,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
you just stick with it.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get through it. We've got a whole bunch of cookies to help us do that.
Yes,
Thanks
we
to
do.
you and the kids.
Oh my gosh.
And only a few breakdowns.
Oh my gosh. I really do need to take some deep breaths before it's the decorating that gets them. I was like, is it always like this? Like we were decorating them yesterday. I was like, holy moly.
A fight breaks out every time.
Every single time.
It reminded me of what church was talking about, how a whole bunch of church people, leaders of the church were playing games.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of competitive people in it, and they're like, you're not following the rules, that's not the rules, and we're gonna, they appointed a buzzer person, because if someone broke a rule, you got buzzed, and that person got overzealous, So that just kind of reminds me of when we make cookies, you guys, it's maybe we need a buzzer.
I think
People
we need
you're
a
getting
buzzer.
Out of bounds. Too many sprinkles.
Oh my gosh. I bought new sprinkles before we did this. They used 2 entire new things of sprinkles. Gone.
Seriously?
Gone.
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, okay.
Wow. Well, we just got back from the dentist 2 weeks ago and no cavities, so.
I don't know, between now and Christmas, I think the chances are really low if we actually have that again.
There's been no cavities this whole year since I've taken them. Since I've been there. Have you had a cavity when you took them?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I should take them more
Maybe
often.
you should take them more often.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this a lot.
All right, well, let's think of our word
All right.
for last week. What sums up last week? All right, I've got mine. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
There's no chance, by the way, of us getting the same one.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Pumpkin
Progression.
spice.
Yeah, no, there's not. Didn't I say pumpkin spice for mine a couple of weeks ago?
I think you did.
Yeah, that's a
I
re-gift.
think so. You re-gifted it.
You reused.
Yeah. You gave it
You
as a gift.
re-gifted it to everybody else.
Yeah, I re-gifted it to everyone else.
Pumpkin spice for you, huh?
Pumpkin spice, because I feel like the kids are getting into that seasonal spirit. I feel like hopefully not Christmas yet, but getting into that. It was a little more relaxed because kids were home. It was it just felt more pumpkin spicy.
Yeah.
But progress definitely.
Yeah, we checked some boxes last week. Just making progress little by little on things.
Yep.
It's always good. Progress is good.
Yes, it is. Progress is good, people.
So.
With pumpkin spice.
Oh, progress with pumpkin spice.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin spice progress.
Ooh, pumpkin spice progress. Although I gotta say, I'm gonna be a hater right now. I don't like pumpkin spice coffee or lattes or whatever they are. Not what I thought they would be, and I think they're overrated.
You don't want to put that out there.
Really? You think that's gonna get me hate? Like that? I'm a hater.
I mean, there's pumpkin spice everything from drinks to candles.
I just don't like it in coffee. I don't like the pumpkin spice latte. Anyway, that's just Megan's hot sports opinion here.
The last time I had one, I got it at the Citadel Mall in Colorado Springs.
Is that thing still standing?
Probably not. It was 25 years ago, probably.
And it was not standing well last time I saw it, but okay.
Yeah. So it's been more than 2 decades since I've had one, but that was it was a big deal for me to spend $6 on it. So I tried to really enjoy it.
Loved it.
Because we got that pumpkin spice coffee in here, and it's not great. Because I was getting into the season a year ago or two, and I bought that.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, I'm excited to try it. And I was like,
ooh, letdown city.
Yeah, I really had, maybe it's just, I expected it to be better than it was.
Well, we've replaced pumpkin spice with Kahlua. Oh no, not Kahlua, what's the other one in there?
Rum chata.
Rum chata. Rum chata is our new pumpkin spice.
We're getting into getting into rum chata season.
Oh, we are in rum chata season.
Add that to some hot cocoa.
Yeah, you can add that to almost anything that's warm.
Yeah, you can.
Pretty darn good. Warms the soul.
It does. Oh.
All right, well, let's let these people free.
All right. Well, have a great week, everyone. And
catch you on the flip side.
ciao, ciao.
All right, see ya.